Section 6, Combination Vehicles. Combination vehicles, tractor trailers, doubles, triples, straight truck with trailer, are usually heavier, longer, and require more driving skill than single commercial vehicles. In this section, we talk about important safety factors that apply specifically to combination vehicles: driving combinations, combination vehicle air brakes, anti-lock brake systems, and coupling and uncoupling. Section 6, Combination Vehicle. 6.1, Driving Combination Vehicles Safely. Study rollover risks, steering gently, braking early. Test your knowledge. Question 1. What two things are important to prevent rollover?
More than half of truck driver deaths and collisions are the result of truck rollovers. When more cargo is piled up in a truck, the center of gravity moves higher up from the road. The truck becomes easier to turn over. Fully loaded rigs are 10 times more likely to roll over in a collision than empty rigs. The following two things help prevent rollover. Keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible and drive slowly around turns. Keeping cargo low is even more important in combination vehicles than in straight trucks. Also, keep the load centered on your rig. If the load is to one side so it makes a trailer lean, a rollover is more likely. Make sure your cargo is centered and spread out as much as possible. Cargo distribution is covered in Section 3 of this manual.
Question 2. When you turn suddenly while pulling doubles, which trailer is most likely to turn over?
The rear trailer is twice as likely to turn over as the tractor. Refer to Figure 6-1.
Question 3. Why should you not use the trailer handbrake to straighten out a jackknifing trailer?
Stop using the brake. Release the brakes to get the traction back. Do not use the trailer handbrake, if you have one, to straighten out the rig. This is the wrong thing to do, since it is the brakes on the trailer wheels that caused the skid in the first place. Once the trailer wheels grip the road again, the trailer will start to follow the tractor and straighten out.
Question 4. What is off-tracking?
When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow in a different path than the front wheels. This is called off-tracking or cheating.
Question 5. Why should you not turn like it shows in Figure 6-5?
Do this so cars won't pass you on the right.
6.2, Combination Vehicle Air Brakes. Trailer hand valve, tractor protection valve, trailer air supply control, trailer air lines, hose couplers, trailer air tanks, shutoff valves, trailer service, parking, and emergency brakes. Study Section 6.2, Combination Vehicle Air Brakes. Test your knowledge. Question 1. Why should you not use the trailer hand valve while driving?
The trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, works the trailer brakes. The trailer hand valve should be used only to test the trailer brakes. Do not use it in driving because of the danger of making the trailer skid. The foot brake sends air to all of the brakes on the vehicle, including the trailer. There's much less danger of causing a skid or a jackknife when using just the foot brake. Never use the hand valve for parking, because all the air might leak out, unlocking the brakes, in trailers that don't have spring brakes. Always use the parking brakes when parking. If the trailer does not have spring brakes, use wheel chocks to keep the trailer from moving.
Question 2. Describe what the trailer air supply control does.
The trailer air supply control on newer vehicles is a red 8-sided knob which you can use to control the tractor protection valve. You push it in to supply the trailer with air and pull it out to shut the air off and put on the trailer emergency brakes. The valve will pop out, thus closing the tractor protection valve when the air pressure drops into the range of 20 to 45 psi. Tractor protection valve controls or emergency valves on older vehicles may not operate automatically. There may be a lever rather than a knob. The normal position is used for pulling a trailer. The emergency position is used to shut the air off and put on the trailer emergency brakes.
Question 3. Describe what the service line is for.
Each trailer and converter dolly has one or more air tanks. They are filled by the emergency supply line from the tractor. They provide the air pressure used to operate trailer brakes. Air pressure is sent from the air tanks to the brakes by relay valves. The pressure in the service line tells how much pressure the relay valves should send to the trailer brakes. The pressure in the service line is controlled by the brake pedal and the trailer hand brake.
Question 4. What is the emergency air line for?
The emergency line, also called the supply line, has two purposes. First, it supplies air to the trailer air tanks. Secondly, the emergency line controls the emergency brakes on combination vehicles.
Question 5. Why should you use chocks when parking a trailer without spring brakes?
Trailers built before 1975 are not required to have spring brakes. Those that do not have spring brakes have emergency brakes, which work from the air stored in the trailer air tank. The emergency brakes come on whenever air pressure in the emergency line is lost. These trailers have no parking brake. The emergency brakes come on whenever the air supply knob is pulled out or the trailer is disconnected. But the brakes will hold only as long as there is air pressure in the trailer air tank. Eventually, the air will leak away and there will be no brakes. Therefore, it's very important for safety that you use wheel chocks when you park trailers without spring brakes.
Question 6. What are shutoff valves?
Shutoff valves, also called cutout cocks, are used in the service and supply airlines at the back of the trailers used to tow other vehicles. These valves permit closing the airlines off when another trailer is not being towed. You must check that all shutoff valves are in the open position except the ones at the back of the last trailer, which must be closed. Shutoff valves are located at the back of each trailer.
6.3. Coupling and uncoupling. Coupling tractor semi-trailers, uncoupling tractor semi-trailers. Fifth wheel. Item 1 is the coupler arm. Item 2, the release handle. Item 3, the locking jaws. The kingpin. The base, the shank, the head, stopping the kingpin locks into the fifth wheel. Position the tractor. Fifth wheel tilted down, lubricated in line with the kingpin, the trailer. Place the tractor squarely in front of the trailer. Steps for a proper hookup. Stop of the fifth wheel just touching front of the trailer. Get out to check right of the trailer, lower if necessary, then hook up air lines. Charge trailer, then reset brakes. Back under the trailer and hook. Tug on the pin from proper hook and set brakes. Get out, physically looking under the trailer at locking jaws. Check clearance in front of the trailer and rear of trailer. Airline glad hands. 2 sets of air lines, service and emergency. Make sure the lines are connected properly. Glad hand grommets. Glad hand seals prevents air leaks. Landing gear. Check clearance between rear of trailer frame and or mud flaps and landing gear. Use low range to begin raising landing gear. Once free of weight, switch to high gear. Crank until fully raised. Safely secure crank and holder in low gear. Check clearance between top of tractor drive wheels and nose of trailer. Testing the trailer hookup with independent brake controls. Number 1, depress the clutch. 2, shift into the lowest gear. 3, put on the independent trailer brake. 4, release the clutch to the friction point. 5, pull gently forward against the locked trailer brakes. 6, disengage the clutch. 7, repeat the whole procedure. Testing the trailer hookup without independent brake control. Number 1, push in the clutch. 2, shift into the lowest forward gear. 3, switch the tractor protection valve from normal to emergency. 4, partly engage the clutch. 5, gently pull forward against the locked trailer brakes. 6, repeat the whole procedure. Vehicle hazards. Tractor not secured. Result, damage to brake lines. Trailer brakes not functioning. Trailer pushed into obstruction. Jaws not securely fastened. Trailer brakes loose on the road. Ground not firm for uncoupling. Trailer falls and is damaged. Trailer not chocked, pushed or rolls into obstruction. Driver, the hazard, climbing onto the tractor. The result, falls from slippery surface. Working under unsupported trailers, no jack stands or tractor under the trailer. Injury when landing gear collapses and trailer drops to the ground. Study section 6.3, coupling and uncoupling. Test your knowledge. Question 1. What might happen if the trailer is too high when you try to couple?
The trailer should be low enough that it is raised slightly by the tractor when the tractor is backed under it. Raise or lower the trailer as needed. If the trailer is too low, the tractor may strike or damage the nose of the trailer. If trailer is too high, it may not couple correctly. Check that the kingpin and fifth wheel are aligned. The trailer may strike the back of the tractor and cause damage.
Question 2. After coupling, how much space should be between the upper and lower fifth wheel?
Inspect coupling. Use a flashlight if necessary. Make sure there is no space between upper and lower fifth wheel apron. If there is space, something's wrong. Kingpin may be on top of closed fifth wheel jaws. Trailer could come loose very easily.
Question 3. You should look into the back of the fifth wheel to see if it's locked onto the kingpin. True or false?
True. Use a flashlight if necessary. Make sure there is no space between upper and lower fifth wheel. If there's space, something's wrong. Kingpin may be on top of closed fifth wheel jaws. Trailer could come loose very easily. Go under trailer and look into the back of the fifth wheel. Make sure the fifth wheel jaws have closed around the shank of the kingpin.
Question 4. To drive, you need to raise the landing gear only until it just lifts off the pavement. True or false?
False. Raise front trailer supports, landing gear. Use low gear range, if so equipped, to begin raising the landing gear. Once free of weight, switch to the high gear range. Raise the landing gear all the way up. Never drive with landing gear only part way up, as it may catch on railroad tracks or other things. After raising landing gear, secure the crank handle safely when full weight of trailer is resting on tractor. Check for enough clearance between rear of tractor frame and landing gear. When tractor turns sharply, it must not hit the landing gear. Check that there's enough clearance between the top of the tractor tires and the nose of the trailer.
6.4. Inspecting a combination vehicle. Additional items to check. Combination vehicle brake check. Study section 6.4. Inspecting a combination vehicle. Test your knowledge. Question 1. Which shutoff valves should be open and which closed?
Shutoff valves, also called cutout cocks, are used in the service and supply air lines at the back of trailers used to tow other trailers. These valves permit closing the air lines off when another trailer is not being towed. You must check that all shutoff valves are in the open position except the ones at the back of the last trailer, which must be closed.
Question 2. How can you test that air flows to all trailers?
Wait for air pressure to reach normal, then push in the red trailer air supply knob. This will supply air to the emergency supply lines. Use the trailer handbrake to provide air to the service line. Go to the rear of the rig. Open the emergency line shutoff valve at the rear of the last trailer. You should hear air escaping, showing the entire system is charged. Close the emergency line valve. Open the service line valve to check that service pressure goes through all the trailers. This test assumes that the trailer handbrake or the service brake pedal is on. Then close the valve. If you do not hear air escaping from both lines, check that the shutoff valves on the trailer and the dolly are in the open position.
Question 3. How can you test the tractor protection valve?
Shut the engine off. Step on and off the brake pedal several times to reduce the air pressure in the tanks. The trailer air supply control, also called the tractor protection valve control, should pop out or go from normal to emergency position. When the air pressure falls into the pressure range specified by the manufacturer, usually within the range of 20 to 45 psi.
Question 4. How can you test the trailer emergency brakes?
Charge the trailer air brake system and check that the trailer rolls freely. Then stop and pull out the trailer air supply control, also called tractor protection valve control or trailer emergency valve, or place it in the emergency position. Pull gently on the trailer with the tractor to check that the trailer emergency brakes are on.
Question 5. How can you test the trailer service brakes?
Check for normal air pressure. Release the parking brakes. Move the vehicle forward slowly and apply trailer brakes with the hand control, trolley valve, if so equipped. You should feel the brakes come on. This tells you the trailer brakes are connected and working. The trailer brakes should be tested with a hand valve but controlled in normal operation with the foot pedal, which applies air to the service brakes at all wheels.